In this video, we'll be learning how to sew a trouser like this with waistband and turn up on the ankle with this kind of pocket and with the neatest sewing ever. In my previous video, I uploaded a tutorial on how to cut this trouser step by step. If you've not seen it, you should check it out so that you understand better where I am coming from. The link will be up and also down in the description box. But in this video, you're just going to be talking about how to sew it together from start to finish. Hi, my name is Oluwato saying in case it's the first time you're coming across my channel, and to all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for stopping by today's video. So we will start our sewing by opening up this part that I'm opening up first for the front and for the back panel. After this, we'll proceed to attaching the pocket. You know that the pocket is going to be attached on the front panel, definitely. If you've seen the cutting of this trouser, you would understand what I'm saying better. So to fix the pocket, right side has to face the right side, and you remember that we have cut out the pattern of the pocket, or the pattern of the pocket. We have cut it out on the piece we're using for the pocket as well. So just look for the pocket that is meant to be for the left and the one that is meant to be for the right as a guide. Right side has to face right side. Once right side is facing right side, you are getting it correctly. Then you stitch across where my finger is going across. After stitching across that part, the next thing to do is to open it up like this, and then you fold just like I'm doing. Just watch what I'm doing. It is that simple. So when you fold like this, you will discover that the pocket will appear longer on the waist. That's because we cropped the front of the trouser. If you're not getting what I'm saying, please refer back to the cutting tutorial or this video. The link is going to be down in the description box. So once you fold like this, you can pin down the waistline first, or you can just stitch it down just like I'm doing. After stitching it down, the next thing is to stitch your pocket. So fold your pocket wrong side facing wrong side first. After folding it in this direction, I love to like crop the lower parts of my pocket so that it's going to be curved, not four corner as it is. So I'm just going to curve that side so that it will come out curved. Then after curving, you stitch the part where my finger is running across. After stitching, you flip it back to the wrong side. When you are done flipping back to the wrong side, you give this a very good press, and that is it for the stitching of the pocket on the trouser on one side. Then if you wish, you can run a straight stitch on the part where my finger is running across at the tip of the pocket. If you wish, it's just that when you do this, you know that your thread will be obvious. They'll be seeing it from outside, and then you can run stitch on the curved part of the pocket as well. Do this to the other side of the front panel. I mean, stitch the pocket on the other side of the front panel. We can now start sewing the crouch. So you'll be sewing the front crouch together, right side facing right side, and then you'll be sewing the back crouch together, right side facing right side. So when I was done sewing my front crouch, this is what the front panel is looking like at this point. Then I proceeded to sewing my back crouch, and when I was done sewing my back crouch as well, this is what the back panel is looking like at this point. The next thing to do is to shape the front and back panels together at the side. So face right side to right side for front and back, just like I'm facing. You remember that when we were cutting this, all I added was just 1 inch allowance. So you're going to be stitching down 1 inch from up to down, from the waistline down to the whole length of your trouser. You will stitch this on one side, and then you will do the same thing to the other side. The next thing after this is to cut the piece you'll be using for the turn up. So to do that, you open it up just the way I did, and then you measure what you have there in length. I measured, and then in width I cut out a piece that is that length that I measured, and the width is 2.5 inches. After this, you are going to be facing the right side of the piece you cut out to the wrong side of the trouser, and then you will stitch across just like my finger is running across. After stitching across, you will flip this little piece or this tiny piece to the right side, and then you're going to give it a good press. You fold it, double fold it neatly depending on how wide you want it to be. Then you're going to use hemming gum to stick it down on your trouser. Don't stitch it. If you stitch it, the thread will be showing. Hemming gum makes it as neat as possible. The next thing to do is to shape. So you're going to be dividing your ankle by two, just like I'm measuring, and from that point you're going to shape upward to the thigh, and then to the crouch, and then to the crouch on the other side, then to the thigh on the other side, then to the ankle on the other side. If you are not sure, you can just measure the crouch as you are going. I mean, you can measure the thigh, you measure the ankle, just like you measured for the other leg of the trouser. I hope what I'm trying to say is clear, so that the two legs of the trouser will be equal. One will not be big and the other one small. The next thing to do is to stitch your band together, just like I'm doing. And after stitching, it's time to cut out the elastic. To know the length of the elastic, it has to be at least half of the whole band. So when I folded my elastic into two, now my band is on fold of two as well. You can see that it is half of the whole band. So you'll be stitching your elastic together, just like I'm doing. Make sure your stitch is as firm as possible so that your elastic doesn't cut inside your trouser. After stitching it together like that, you're not going to pass the elastic into the waistband, just like I am doing. So as you are stitching now, you'll be pulling the elastic, you'll be pulling it around till you get to the point where you started sewing. Please, if at this point you are still with me and you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe, and don't just subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you get notified when I start uploading video on this channel. So when I was done attaching my elastic inside my waistband, this is what it's looking like at this point. So you bring back your trouser, right side of the elastic facing the right side of the trouser. You can pin the center of the elastic down, like where the joining is for the elastic. Pin it down at the back where the joining is, where the crouch joining is at the back, so that the joining will be facing joining directly, so that your trouser will come out as neat as possible. And you know that as you are sewing around, you have to be pulling your elastic so that it can go around the waist. When I was done doing this, this is what it's looking like. The next thing I did was just to sew like two straight stitches on the waistband, on the elastic, the waistband with the elastic as it is. I'm just going to sew like two straight stitches on top of it, and that is it for the sewing of this trouser. This child that I've sewn is for a child, like I mentioned in the previous video, which is the cutting video. If you are sewing for an adult, it is basically the same process. It's just the measurement that differs. Please, in case you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me down in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful to you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please, as much as you can just help share this video. You don't know who this video might be helpful to. And in case you've not subscribed, kindly do and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when next I upload a new video on this channel. Thank you so much for sticking with me from the beginning of this video till this point. I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.